Добрый день, дорогие ученики, дорогие родители и все участники образовательного процесса. Позвольте представиться, меня зовут Ольга Владимировна Тарасова. Я являюсь учителем английского языка школы номер 46 города Калининграда. Сегодня на нашем уроке мне бы хотелось поговорить о важных моментах, которые встречаются у нас в лексико-грамматическом блоке основного государственного экзамена. Позвольте перейти на язык. В некоторых моментах буду говорить на русском, где-то на английском. So, today in our lesson, we will be talking about improvement of lexical and grammatical skills. We'll be talking how to complete the task, and we'll try to know what strategies should we follow to do it successfully. I mean that in the section of lexical and grammatical part of main state exam, you see. My lesson is based on module 3 of Spotlight book, and namely the topic of this is see it to believe it. As you remember that lexical and grammatical part consists of two sections, you see. The first one is, you can see that there are questions from 18 to 26, and there are given 9 tasks only. It's called like as слово изменение, or we can call it the word transformation. So when you need to change only grammatical form of the verbs, but don't change the meaning. Example of this is presented here on the left side of this slide. So you remember how it's shown, you see, that on the right side they are given the basic form and you need to change them grammatically correct. So there are some hints that you shouldn't forget that all the verbs forms, they could be written as a full form or any short as well. The second part of lexicon grammatical section is from question 27 to 32, you see that is called like as a word formation. When we use special forms of the word, we call them affixes or morphemes, you see, and when we add them, we change the part of the speech and we change the meaning of the word. Example is presented on the right side of the slide. You can see that there is a given the form of the word, and according to the text, you should change this word by adding suffixes or prefixes. We'll be talking about it later. So, in general, you remember that in our task on exam, in this section, we have only 15 questions, and the time for this is 30 minutes. In the center of this slide, you can see some recommendation for you that you shouldn't read the sentences separately, so you should read all the text, you see, okay, or at least 2 or 3 sentences together to understand the meaning of this text, you see, and to put and to choose the grammatical structure in the right form. The second important part is that you should write clearly, and it must be really carefully without any mistakes. Any spellings can't be accessible, you see, because it can just make your score lower, or even you don't get any score for this question. And you shouldn't forget that all the answers must be written with the capital letters. As I said before, that our topic is about see to believe. It means that we are talking in this module about different mysterious or mythical creatures. Therefore, there is a given question for you. What part of speech do the following words belong to? First of all, let's try to understand. You say, okay, how all these words are formed, you see, and what part of the word you can see there, and what criteria can be used to determine this. For example, if we look with you at the word illusion, so what do you think? What part of speech is this? Definitely, we can see and understand that there is a given a suffix. Sion, you see, it means that noun. You shouldn't forget that. Sion, ion, you see this is a suffix that shows that this is noun. The next word, if you look, horrifying, and there is a picture of the spiders that is presented here. There is a given ing form at the end of the word. It is, right you are, it is adjective. As well as coming to the realistic. Illusion, is it realistic? Mysterious, is it realistic? No, it's opposite. And of course, what part of speech is this? It is adjectives. Try to find on this slide the words that can be shown as adjectives. Right you are. Okay, it is mysterious, you can find this adjective. Mythical as well. Hairy, suffix y at the end, like noisy, hairy. And what about exactly? What do you think? Is it adjective? Of course not. You see, this is a verb because we have suffix li at the end. Exactly. The next, talking about performance. Performance. Everybody likes performance in our life. It is noun, right you are. Performance, there is suffix, you can see here. Witness, also noun. Imagination coming to this one. Yes, when you sleep, maybe you have rich imagination to think about unreal life like this. Okay, and creatures, well, all of them are nouns. In terms of disgusting, it is adjective as well. Look at the pictures. Okay, all of them are about unreal world, about mythical, about mysterious, or sometimes about your dreams. Well, okay. So now in this part, I want to pay your attention on the questions 18 to 26 in details. You see, as I said, that it is word transformation. Is it presented there? And you know that each part of speech can be changed in our tasks in most cases by these forms. For example, if we talk about noun, you can see that in most cases in exam tasks, we need to change the plural forms from singular into plural. Of course, there is no easy way to change. I mean, for example, pen, pens, you see. In most cases, they are given some irregular forms or exceptions which are presented on this information. For example, wife, we need to change it into wives, yeah? City, cities. So some rules that must be taken into account when you remake from singular into plural, you see. If it changes, if it ends on into y, we change it into I. Fox, foxes. Mouse, mice. It's a regular form, like as a man, man, man. Woman, women, you see. Twos, teas, many more. Another case that it could be presented in these tasks is possessive forms. So what does it mean? That we need to change world, for example. We add apostrophe and s, will be worlds. Children, children's room, for instance, it could be given. Children, it's plural. How to make? Will be in this way. The easy way, I would tell that it's the easiest part of changing and word transformation, it is when we make the numbers. So you can see that if there is a given one, we need it into ordinal, it will be the first. These exceptions, remember about it and keep in your mind how to write it correctly. Don't forget about this article, definite article as well to add, you see. And if it is, for example, 12, yes, we need to change some letters, yes, when we make them ordinal. In terms of adjectives, or sometimes verbs, so there the most often task is about comparative and superlative forms of them. So there are some hints that can be easy to recognize that it must be an adjective. If you have in the sentence the word then, definitely it will be comparative. We do it, yeah? For example, if it is big, we use it bigger. If it is hot, we use it hotter. Okay, because we compare hotter than, bigger than, earlier than. For instance, today I got up earlier than yesterday. Earlier it changes into Y, that's why it ends into Y, and we change it into I. Don't forget to do it, because if you don't do it, it will be a mistake. Another point of comparative degree, it could be as and as big as fast as, also it presented. But I just want to put your attention on this point that we don't change adjective in this way. As adjective in the basic form. Many we change into more, and good, better. There are some exceptions. Okay, keep in mind, like good, better, best. If we talk about superlative form, bad, worse, the worst, little as the least, and many more, the most, and so on. In terms of superlative form, so they could be hint for you, like as a helping word. It's like as there, article, definite article there. And we say that hot, it will be, if you see there, definitely it must be the hottest. Early, the earliest. Difficult, the most difficult. Many, the most. Good, the best. We already said about that. So we talk about adjectives. It means that we can remember the rules about comparative and superlative forms. Well, pronoun, it's also one of the part that can change into subject and to object. Yeah, for example, I, who, I, and whom, me, it will be. Yeah, it answers on the question кому, не. He, him, we, us, you, yeah, we don't change it. You say, okay, she, her, they, them, okay? Also, there are given some forms, like you can see that there's subject pronouns, and we change it. My and mine. I want to pay attention what is the difference. My and mine. Not reflexive, not myself, yourself, no. So the difference is, you should remember that my we use with noun. So if there is a noun after missing words, so it must be my, or her, or their, yeah? You see, but if we don't have a noun, we use possessive pronouns like as mine, hers, theirs, etc. Do you remember that? Yeah, it's called like possessive pronouns. Next, talking about reflexive pronouns, it means myself. I did it myself. So nobody else helped me. I did it myself. Or she did it. She wrote this project herself. Only she, nobody else. Okay, and themselves as well. This is about pronouns. And in most cases, and a lot of students, they just struggle with the verb forms. You can see that, of course, we shouldn't forget about our tenses. For instance, if you see some helping words, pay attention on the words which are staying near the missing verb form. For example, if it is do, we need to transfer it into did, you see, or adding by ed or second form, yeah? If there are some words like yesterday, ago, or last, or if there is a given a date, so it will be past simple, and we must change it in this way. Also, if there are now or at the moment, etc., we use present continuous. That's why we change it is doing. So has done, present perfect, yeah, like as already, just, since, for, yet, and more. And sometimes also they could be given like present perfect continuous. I've been living in Kaliningrad for 2 years, for instance, or she's been doing her project for 2 months and more. In most cases also we can see gerund and infinitive. You should remember that. We use gerund with you usually as a subject or object. I mean that in the first place. Also, we have with you as object, for example, reading is more interesting than watching films. Reading and watching, they will be gerund, you see, because first is as a subject, the second is as object, is given here. Infinitive, I mean that this part of the verb we use to, yes, like she wants me to help. Хочет, чтобы я ей помогла. She wants me to help. Another point, there's a given conditional sentences we can meet first conditional and the second conditional. I don't think that there will be the third conditional after 9th grade, but after 11th, of course, you do. You see, also try to remember all these rules. If I do it, I will. Yeah. If I did it, I would. You see here. Or I wish I were. I wish I were there. So, talking about next changes that can happen with our verb, it is voice, passive voice and active voice. If there is a given verb built, for instance, we need to change it into passive voice, built by someone. This house or this building is constructed by someone, was built 2 years ago and has been built. It's also like as a present perfect, but it's passive structure. So here we are, there are some changes that can happen in these tasks, you see, and only grammar. You should remember only about grammar, don't change the meaning. In terms of next 6 questions that are presented here, it is word formation, affixes, as I said before, that you should remember about all the suffixes that we add at the end to make noun, like ness, dark, darkness, invent, and inventor, teach, teachers. There are some special suffixes that can be grouped in one form, like as profession, or there are some abstract nouns, or like organization also, yeah, organized organization, and many more, you see. Okay, hood, brotherhood, childhood, you see, assistant, study, and student. Oh, here we are. Quite interesting also that it's formed from study. Study, student will be there. Okay, next, in terms of adverbs also, I said before that there is only li suffix. Yeah, it's easy to recognize, but be careful that there are sometimes cases when we have as adverb as well as adjectives, yeah, like early, we don't change it. Fast, fastly, no, never, we can't say that, you see, fast, you see. In terms of hard, also remember that if we add hardly, it will change the meaning absolutely. It doesn't mean that it's difficult, no. You see, adjective as well, beautiful. Some suffixes opposite of full, it is less, careful, careless, yes, waterless, able, yeah, you see many other suffixes. We try to remember when we did the slide with pictures before. You see, and prefixes, in most cases, the prefixes, they have their like a general form. For instance, if we use re, yeah, it means that we repeat something. Replay, remake, redo it, you say, okay, rebuild, like this. If you say pre, it means that before, pre-war time, yeah, you see, or post-war, it means after, yeah, post-war time, it was difficult period for people, yeah, when they live in the middle of 40 or 50 as well. Ex, it means before, like it's ex-wife, ex-girlfriend, ex-president, maybe, you say, and over, more than enough, yeah, overweight, just look at her, she's got overweight, okay, over, more than, and under, it's opposite, yeah, you see, not enough, you see, submarine also you can see, and there are some prefixes that can show the negative meaning of this, or changes it, yeah, like able, unable, you see, regular, irregular, legal, illegal, yes, in this presentation you can see some rules when we add these prefixes, yeah, you see, for example, before letter R, we use irresponsible. Before L, we use illegal, illiterate, yeah? And before M and P, we usually use impossible, you see, impassioned, because the first letters are given here. Okay, so it's word formation. Also, you need to improve these skills and to follow such strategies. How to define what part of speech is it? You remember that in the beginning, I asked you, just looking at the words, what part of speech is this? How to define it? Well, let's start from this point, yeah, from noun. And you can see like as a mind map, which is presented how we can use it. For example, after noun in possessive, or in the beginning of sentence before verb, because you should remember how we make an English sentence like a subject, verb, and others, you see, after adjective. So there are given some sentences below, you see, and we need to decide which rule can we use here, yes, to make the form. For instance, the first is, I love her, and we have the word beautiful. How can we change the word? What should we do? I love her, and what must it be? Beauty, beautiful. So is it now? No. I love her. Yeah, here we are. Her, after pronoun beauty. We change it into noun. Next, in the beginning of sentence, before verb, we have this one. Rude, rudeness is a sign of bad character. People complain about the lack of creative, and also remember how we make noun, creation, yeah, you see. What must be here? Lack of creation. Okay, it is after preposition. I mean, where is that? There. The next, here we are, after preposition. She has a very pleasant, we have personal, but very pleasant after adjective, it must be personality, yes? Personality, et. We add suffix. There were more than 1,000 after noun, or after number. Also, it must be competition. I love autumn because of the various of its colors. Know how to make various, variety of its colors. Look, I have written it without you. This is everyone's, it's possessive. Where is that? Given there. You see, so it will be responsibility. Okay, coming to the next point, it is adverb. Adverb and adjective. Adverb, usually it stands after verb because it describes the action, how you do it. For example, we arrived how? Safely. After verb, we must remember that it must be safe, plus li suffix, it will be safely on the job. And in the beginning of sentence, like as introducing word, you see, and we put comma, of course, obviously, we were lost. Honestly, frankly saying, in some cases, frankly. Good. But if we talk about adjective, we use it after verb, before noun, and after preposition. For instance, you see, the food looks how? Tasty. It was, what word? What road was it? Difficult. Yes, difficulty, we said that it is a suffix of adjective, but here, difficult. Everything is ready for presidential elections. Presidential election, because it must be adjective. And the last one, it is a verb. Yes, we use it with if you have to, so... And definitely there must be verb after that, like we are going to fulfill it. Man suffix we don't need because it's noun. We must remember that it will be verb. Travel brought a mind, yes, after subject, because again I remind you the structure of English sentence, subject plus verb. Next, we will, what will we do? So will, it's modal verb, but we need the action. We will realize all your dream. Organize, realize. You remember suffixes? Yes. I recommend you to remember the words, to write them into special, I don't know, maybe a notebook or just to make a copy on the computer. And every time repeat the words. Because as more you repeat, as better you remember. And the last is let's. This is imperative form of the verb, so let's do what? Summarize. No, we need summarize and make a conclusion. Good. Okay. Let's practice what we have with you. So there are given two texts, and you need to look at this. You see, you will be given about. Of course, on real exam it will be more than here. That more time. but we need to do it. So, choose the word to complete the sentence, yes? And I mean, that not only choose, but change the word. You are entering the mystery and fascinate world of dreams. No, it's incorrect. So we need to change. Look, if we have world, you see, before you are entering the, so world, how we think, yeah? You see, before noun, usually we use adjective. That's why I look at mystery, it's adjective itself, you see, but we have mysterious. Oh, no adjective, mystery, no, it's noun, sorry. But we make it mysterious and fascinating world, yeah? World of dreams, where the rules of what? After preposition, what do we use? Where the rules of reality do not work. Rules of what? We hope that Dreams Mode will help you to make sentence of your dreams and achieve a better, you have understand, but we need to make now an understanding of them. We help you to find the key to unlocking and unlocking, ing, and here interpreting, also it will be the same, ing and ing, the meaning of your dream, because mean is adjective, but we need here as a noun, unlocking and interpreting of what is the meaning of your dreams. Every time ask yourself, make the questions, and you will see what part of speech will be given. When you understand your dreams, you will have a clearer view on your personality, as we said before, person. No, we need like a personality or personal. On your something, your real something, so feel must be, and a better perspective on life issues. So, on your, here we are, there is a collocation. What must be here? On your personal relations. Or relationship, it's better. Your real feeling and a better perspective on life issues. You will get a discovery of your true self. It's about dreams. So sometimes people, they want to understand what dreams they see and what it means. Yeah, what is the meaning of this? Do you believe that something what happened with you in your dream can be realized in reality? Here we are, we have the task. I would think that it could be as your homework. You can make a copy of this, take a picture, yes, and practice. I hope that the next lesson, yeah, we'll see, and we can check, yes, how correctly you can put it. Okay, so thank you very much. Yeah, I think that this lesson will be useful for you, and thank you for your attention.